All right, we're live, guys. What's up? I'm trying to log into my computer here. It seems to have done some major update. Now they're trying to sell me a bunch of Microsoft garbage. Don't you hate that? You're all set. Oh, that's annoying. All right, everything got shut down. Let's try and open up Google Chrome and see what happens here. They're going to restore all my windows? Nope. That would have been too easy. All right, let's begin by getting some music playing.
In sports and in life, you miss 100% of the shots you don't.
All right, so we got a little music playing. Now let's go get the YouTube channel started. Ooh, we're almost at 90,100 subscribers. All right. Let's grab this. So today I have the flu or something. It's pretty bad. There we are. But I went live anyways. Kitty, what are you doing? All right. I had the chills like crazy last night. I have a stuffy nose. I thought it was maybe just allergies. Let's say for this flu stream, live card shop. Neo break. Rocket. Returns a break. More slabs. Okay, so that's up and running. We need our Discord server now. Yeah, I guess my computer reset. It shut everything down. Feeling like poop? Oh, I'm really sick, man. Feeling awful. I'm on a painkiller. You know how it is. I can't miss a stream just because I'm sick. That ain't right. But there's no shipping today because we're going live. There's no shipping because I told Alexis probably not to come in. So I didn't want her to get sick. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Where was I pinged? I don't see where I was pinged. Man, Discord is not that useful sometimes. Okay, there goes. Oh, now I suppose we should open a few more things. We need PayPal. We need Gmail. And we need another Gmail. There you go, put the Gmails on the side. I think we need one more, actually. All right, there it goes. So we might as well open up eBay as well. And I usually have Instagram open too. All right, I think we're set up. Yeah, I'd say I'd rank how I feel about a 2 out of 10, man. I feel real bad. Feeling real sick. I'm coming after all the Espeon, says Mike's side. All right, logging in. All right. How's it going, Josh? Deep Space? Sorry, I feel so bad. Yeah. It was starting yesterday. I thought maybe it was just allergies. It was definitely not just allergies. Might have been COVID. Who knows? You know, I went out on the weekend. I went out to a theater on the weekend. I probably got it there. God, people are so gross. Should just stay isolated in my home. Mister, I got my book box. Yeah? It's full of cards, right? What do you think of that? So Anthony Kalura came and bought this. Here you are, Anthony. Wow. Special card. I held that card for years. This one has gone up in price real steady. All right. Drink a bunch of Theraflu. I'm not joking. Hopefully I feel a bit better for tonight, but I don't know. How's your day going? So good. We are? Yeah, that's the expensive no Growlithe for sure. So we are done with that for Anthony Kalura. Let's head over to the PayPal orders real fast. Let's see, we've got Leon for the Gardevoir slab. Oh, really? Was it in this pile? Where did I see that Gardevoir slab? Oh, that's Gengar. Okay, not there. Ah, is this it? Yeah. It's in the middle. Thanks, man. There you go. There you have it. All right. Hi, guys. Mister, there's actual upper respiratory stuff going around along with COVID, but you'll be good in a week if you're sick. Mister, tell me how to find this song. Just look up Synthwave. Let's see. We took care of Aovix shipping. Jonathan Fernandez, last payment for my slab away. I'm on a strict budget. Aw, I'm sorry, bro. Okay, Jonathan Fernandez. It's important to learn to budget. He's got Dark Steelix from March. Okay, I'm going to go looking for it. J.O. Here it is. All right. I don't really budget things myself. It's like it's too much work. Okay, that's done. All right. We have Joseph Jones shipping. I've like 10 boxes in the slab. So, Joseph Jones, huh? All right. Take a quick look around. I know you got that double box. I think it's one uploaded by Game Chops called Legend of Synthwave. Quit gatekeeping, mister. Gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping? How am I doing that? So Joseph Jones is going to get some shipping in. I got to open the stamp software. Dude, what is up with this intrusive... Dude, Microsoft is intrusive, man. They're trying to sell me stuff. Alright. So, Lugia. Here's a Tentacruel. Here's a Zapdos. And a Gengar. Really nice. We sold one of these yesterday. Show us the damn tunes, mister. You guys really like them that much? These are just okay to me. Do that a little bit. You're gatekeeping this solid song from me like you did with the Mario Kart song with Mike's side. Been renting the same place for 10 years, but the owner just sold it. Bummed out. New ownership is kicking us out. Ah, that sucks, man. I don't like to hear that. All right, Joseph Jones, it does look like your address has changed, so let me go through and update it. Man, it's crazy how one illness could take you down, man. Okay, we're gonna log in. It's like I can't get enough energy. There it is, Joseph Jones. All right. All right, we're gonna hit print label. Okay, so we got that now. And you got a double box. Oh, I see. You got a quadruple box. He got a quadruple box. So, Jonathan, we didn't even go through all your stuff. You had more stuff. Oh, no. You have a box that's very similar to another guy's box. You just had one double box. Okay, we're good. Very good. Okay. Got it. Perfect. It says Joseph Jones on it. That's what we need. All right, what are you doing in here, kitty? How did you get in here? All right. Wow. That Growlithe got sold, huh? Might need to put something new up there. Should I grade my childhood Lugia? Maybe. All right. It's like I'm catching my breath. Robert Tumman, one spot in the Dratini for my bald-headed single mom's cosplaying as Krillin this Halloween. What? Here you go, Robert. All right. There we are. Into the rocket you go. Well, this Dratini is only 2 spots away. All right. All right. You need some chicken soup. Yeah, I probably need rest. I didn't even sleep that well last night. You know what happened? I climbed into bed around 7:30 a.m. and I get the chills, right? I'm like, oh man. I was thinking this ain't allergies. I've got the flu or something. And I get the aches in my bones, you know, like your joints, your neck, your head. All that started up. And man, I was freezing, dude. I was shaking so hard. I was shivering like crazy. I was so cold. I was under 4 blankets and it didn't matter. And I knew what it was. I was like, this is a cold is what it is. This is not allergies. Body pain, freezing. I'm a kind of person who hates blankets. I actually don't sleep with them very much blankets at all. I just kind of sleep on top of them. And so for me to need like 4 layers of blankets to feel warm, that's a cold. So, okay, so this will be, well, this will be about $30. There it is. And then I woke up much later, probably about 12 p.m., which for me is like in the middle of my sleep. I woke up about 12 p.m. and I was burning up. I wasn't under the blankets anymore. I had eventually taken them off. I was under just one blanket, but I was like 100 degrees, man. So my body swung the other way. It went from freezing cold to burning hot. So it was like this really strong body temperature swing. And yeah, it was rough. I had the fan on me. I was just laying there sweating. I was just sweating, no blankets on. First I had chills, then I had sweats. Awful. All right, and I couldn't go to sleep without painkillers because it was so painful. I texted Alexis, told her, maybe you don't want to come in right now. All right. There we have it. DD. Cool, man. After that, we have no more orders. It is the Wednesday daytime stream. Started very, very late. So let me turn this down a bit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Man, I'm still burning up right now. I'm sweating just sitting here. Crazy. So, let's take a look at a new slab for the table. What do we have here? Some cool Tops 10s. Big fan of the Tops 10s over here. Vaporeon. Wow. Do you charge $45 a card? That's right. It's very pricey to have me do it. It's best to do it yourself at home, but some people really just want me to do it. Some fancy stuff. Some cool Dusclops, man. Says I bought this in 8/22. That's a long time ago. This is from Plasma Freeze. Plasma Freeze Deoxys. Plasma Freeze Deoxys. So basically, there's not one for sale. And I think I know why. It's because he's like, pop nothing. Oh, here it is. So one of these sold back in June for 1.1 thousand. So that's a sold price. Pretty impressive, right? That's a sold price. Sometimes people don't like it when I go with cheapest buy now price. Let's look up. Let's do cert lookup. All right. You have to type this one in. So there's none for sale because he's presumably really rare. Not just that, but probably hard to grade. He's pretty rare. Pop 33. I bought him for $4.55 back in the day. $4.55. That was almost 3 years ago, if you think about it. Well, no, it's like definitely 2 years ago. Okay, so I just get to make up a price. If it last sold for 1.1, I'm going to do 1.2 on it. Don't you think that's fair? I think that's fair. Okay, cool. Very rare. Deoxys could be added to your collection. Black and white quality was poo. Yeah, that's what I heard. So there's boxes of black and white that are left. But even if you pull this card, he's not going to grade 10. It's going to be rare for him to grade 10. And black and white boxes are going up in price like crazy. Shows you the power of Pokemon card investing, by the way. Here we go. Rigoberto Gil, a spot in the Neo break. Okay. Should have been ... by Rigo. Yeah, it shows the power of Pokemon card collecting, because here I have a card that I just bought. And all I really did was sit on it, didn't I? I didn't do anything else. I got to show it off on my YouTube channel. It was cool. People were like, cool. And now I can put it for sale, and it's just worth more than it used to be worth, and that's all there is to it. I mean, if it went from $4.50 and it actually sells for $12, I'm pretty sure it outperformed gold. Isn't that right? Pokemon cards did better than gold. That kind of makes sense because gold's like this very conservative investment that banks do. and it's already been bought up. Pokemon cards are not like that. They're pretty rare. They're not conservative at all. They're like a speculative asset, and they're this new thing that institutions haven't really bought into. So the opportunity is there. All right. Thank you everyone for your subscribes. Can't believe how close we are getting to 100,000 subscribes. All right. Gold we can keep finding. That Deoxys is pretty finite. Sure. Yeah. All right, this is Electivire from Supreme Victors. I acquired this card back in the day because it was my opinion that there weren't that many good Electivires. So I said, all right, well, what's the best Electivire to collect? And this was it. It's this card right here. Electivire Supreme. And there's not even one for sale. Another ultra rare item. Alright, I think what I'll do with the Electivire is probably going to be... Again, there's not even one of these for sale. 1,100. A cheap and affordable $1,000. Pop 22, he's actually more rare than the Deoxys. Right. Look at these numbers and compare them to modern cards. Look, interestingly, here's an Electivire as well, right? Let's compare 2009 to 2022. Let's see how many of these there are. Oops. 1,714 of these. And that set just came out. There's actually plenty of it left. This set, you want to open a pack of Supreme Victors, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So it just shows you. How can there only be 22 of these? I mean, it's hyper rare. It really is. Okay, here we have a really beautiful Scyther. He was purchased more recently. Let's get a price on this guy. I can see this one selling pretty fast. He just looks really good. All right. I like this song that's playing. I'm going to download that song and use it in my video edits. So what we have is Ruby Sapphire base set. Ruby Scyther. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm tempted to buy this one. Let's see. That's really not a bad price on this one. Excuse me. Let's see the population on it first. This weird. Oh, I see. So the price isn't too bad because he's not as rare as the Deoxys or the Electivire. The population on this bad boy is $62. Okay. Not $62, I'm sorry, Pop 62, which, by the way, is still really rare. Very pretty card. Bit of a slow day. No problem at all. More time for us to price up slabs. You guys have been going real deep this last week or two, and I just don't understand it. Like, where does all the money come from? But if you're new and you're watching this and you want to have a show, consider sending an order in. That's what makes the show special, is people open up cards live. Got a lot of new packs here. Let me show you some new stuff we got. Trick or Trade is new. One Piece. Oh, right. One Piece going back down to 4. I secured a restock on the One Piece. Straight off of a pallet from a Japanese distributor. This goes back down to $4, everybody. All right, see that? $4. Okay, let me go back in. I was talking about that last night in the Discord server. If you haven't joined our Discord server, you got to realize that's where I hang out. I hang out on the Discord server when we're not live. Holo Live was restocked. We got our Stellar Crown. I sent an order, mister. All right, so One Piece, cheaper again. That happens sometimes. Yeah, we were running low really fast because we went through like over 4 cases in a very brief period of time. And I only had like 4 cases left, so we were at the halfway point. And I went to restock, and the supplier said, you gotta pay extra for this now. And I was like, I'm not gonna. And then he came back and he said, you know what? I got some more. Why don't you buy it at the lower price? I said, all right, we're gonna do that. So once we acquired it at the lower price, we can lower our price too. All right, I don't see the order. If you sent one in, I don't see it. All right, sorry about last night, chat. No problem, man. Here's Rockruff. Everyone's already forgotten. Here's a little Charizard. Here's Bro's trying to fleece you. Yeah, well, I mean, I think he's testing, you know. He's trying to see what the demand is. Because he said he suddenly came across 20 more boxes, cases, I should say. Which maybe that's true. Maybe he actually did just come across more product. But, you know, or he could just feel like maybe I could just push this guy to pay a little more. I don't know. We are. I really think the best way to go about it, because this product's getting printed so much, the best way to go about it is give me the lowest price. I'm going to give my audience a lower price, and everyone's happy. That's the best way to do it. We'll move more product. We'll move more product at a lower margin, but since it's more product, you still get the same profit. I think that's what the card companies want, the companies that actually print these cards. They don't want people to be like hoarding the stuff. They want people selling it. You know, it's a real seller market. Here's another Gardevoir. Where's Alexis? I'm sick. I told her to probably not come in because I didn't want her to get sick. What's up, Mr. LaFlame? I saw the market was up. Here's Jose Arredondo. 1 NFL Prism, 1 Holo Shuffle, 4 Pokemon Trick or Trade. Pay for these. Who's eating cats and dogs? I was talking about, during the debate, I was talking about how Donald Trump was reporting on something that's real. And there were people in Discord getting kind of angry, like, nuh-uh, prove it. And I was like, you're not going to just do a Google search and find the videos I saw. I saw a family, I believe it was Haitian. They were you know, dark brown skinned. And they just had this cat, and they're just roasting it over a fire in a family room. They were recording it because it was funny. And I saw another one with a cat and a dog, and they were hung up on a line, and they were skinned, dude. And you don't find those things on Google. You find them on, like, X or something. And so I was like, it's out there. You just got to go find it. I'm not going to find it for you and share, like, gore in the Discord server. They just didn't believe me. I was like, it's, you know, it either did or didn't happen, but I saw it with my own eyes. So what do you want? I remember that moment in the debate. It was really, really silly, actually. Donald Trump seemed like he was coming off as kind of weird when he said that, you know. They're eating the cats and dogs. It's like, okay. Wait, what's this? This doesn't belong in here. Toss that away. Or replace that with the normal holo. Okay. So, 1 Holo Shuffle. A 1, 2, 3. Trump did not get wrecked. I think that his debate performance was lackluster, which is actually a big gain for Kamala Harris. I think it was, he had a lot of opportunities to beat up on her, and he didn't take it. There we are. So let's open these. You see, I think everyone had lower expectations for her anyways, you know? And kind of like Biden, remember that in the last election cycle? So everyone was expecting Biden to like trip over himself and explode, and he didn't. And I said, you know, that could happen here too. That's what I was saying before the debate occurred. I said, Kamala Harris, all she has to do is talk and not laugh, and then she will do fine. And I feel, to a great degree, it kind of happened that way. That's what happened. Here's Monkey Dory. But I don't really feel like either candidate really said too much. And to be quite honest, it was kind of a boring debate. Here's Pikachu. Just the same stuff you'd already heard. You know, it was politics as usual. Here we are. All right, here's Fluttermane. All right, probably the biggest takeaway was how biased ABC felt. And I just don't understand how Republicans keep letting themselves get debated into these debates hosted by basically the media arm of the DNC. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, so we'll host it with ABC, with 2 news anchors that are well-known, leftist Democrats. And we'll create the rules, no interrupting, no walking around. That's what Donald Trump did to Hillary Clinton. He interrupted her and he walked around. So they're making the rules so that he can't do any of his usual tricks, like his bad boy stuff. So they got to set all the rules. They got to host the debate. They got to pick the questions. They're fact-checking him while the debate's going on. It's like the 2 hosts are debating for Kamala Harris so that she doesn't have to do it. They're doing it for her. And it's just kind of ridiculous because it's like, wait a second, who's the debate about? Is this between Donald Trump and the hosts of the debate, or is it about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris? We are. There were mainly 2 events that I remember the hosts interrupting, maybe 3. Like, for example, at the end of the healthcare debate, Donald Trump has a gaffe where he says, I don't got a plan, I got concepts of a plan, right? Well, he only said that because the host of the debate said, so what is your plan? After his initial response, they followed up. They grilled him. I was like, wow, you didn't really do that to Kamala Harris too much. But then there were 2 other points. There was a point during the abortion portion of the debate where, Donald Trump was alluding to how Democrats want abortion all the way up to 9 months. And the lady cuts in, the host, and she says, Democrats don't allow that in any state or whatever, right? Whatever it was she said. She says, that's not true. But then Donald Trump cuts back to Kamala. He says, will you denounce abortion at 9 months? And she wouldn't. She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't say, yes, it's true. Democrats do not want abortion at 9 months. She could easily say that. So I felt that was really interference from the moderators. And pretty far into the debate, when I was talking in Discord, I started talking about how a large part of the debate just felt sort of like the moderators handling it. I feel like half the questions were just, so Donald Trump, why are you such a terrible person? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't actually get to hear very much about, I feel like, foreign policy, like what's the plan to stop Putin, other than Donald Trump probably wants to let Putin win, which I think is likely true. But yeah, I don't know what Kamala Harris was going to do. And then as for the economy, I heard a new thing tonight. I heard she's going to give $50,000 out to small businesses or new businesses. And all I could think is like, where's the government coming up with this $50,000 for every new business? I mean, we have negative money. We're in whatever it is, like $30 trillion of debt. Where are we coming up with this money from? Well, there's only one way to get the money. They have to raise taxes or they have to print. That's the only way the government can get money. So they're just going to create a new inflationary, economy where they're just handing money out to parents who happen to have kids. There's a lot of people who don't need any child tax credits. Why are we giving them money for free just for having kids? Like, it's not my child. Why am I raising it? Excuse me. And then there's small businesses. If your small business isn't profitable enough to the degree that you need $50,000 from the government, just go out of business. And then $25,000 for your first-time home purchase, if the government actually implements that, that'll exist to the end of time because nobody will vote to get rid of it. The price of homes will rise by about $25,000, and the government will constantly have to print money to just hand it out to these first-time home buyers. And then as the price of the homes go up, younger buyers from the new generation of kids will say, well, 25 is not enough anymore. All the houses went up by 25,000. Now we're going to need 50,000. So, it's just your government subsidizes something and it just gets more expensive. So those are my thoughts. All of her policies basically are heading toward sort of like a high inflation, centralized controlled economy where the government buys stuff for you. And the government can only buy stuff for you by taking something away from you. That's how it works. That's why it's very anti-freedom. If you love freedom, you want less government. You want the government to take less money from you. You don't want to be a slave. You should go to work and keep the wages of your labor. You worked, you earn that money. That's your money. You're not obligated to give everyone else money. It's kind of silly. So if you want to be free and not a slave, you have to say, sorry, government, I should be allowed to keep more of my money and not have to buy all these ridiculous things for people, like just $50,000 because some guy wants to get rich. You know, like, that one's really ridiculous in my opinion. All right, so here's Robert Breeding, 200 to slab away, 75 Korean Eevee Heroes box. All right, Mr. Robert, let's see. This will go down to $310. Yeah, imagine you're just some normal person working a normal job, and some guy starts a business and he's getting real rich. And then on top of that, the government prints money to give that person an extra $50,000. It's like kind of like, it's not even the good kind of socialism. The good kind of socialism would just be helping actually poor people instead of giving everyone free money. All right, let's go get that Korean Eevee Heroes box, right? Same with the child tax credit. Like, everyone doesn't need a child tax credit. Some people are doing very well. All right. She's a tool. She had an earpiece. I saw that. There's a lot of debate whether that's a real ear microphone, but man, if it is, that's a big scandal. Some people are saying, no, it's her Tiffany earrings. But I keep seeing people do analysis of it online, and people found the exact earrings. The exact, it's not the one that initially was showed when the debate first ended, but a different pair, and it's the same thing. It's earbud earrings. All right. Trump looked a little scared, little boy, 90% of the time. Cool, it did go through. Yeah, it showed up later. I guess that's what happened to Aovic last night. The order didn't show up till later. I don't even like Kamala Harris, but at least she doesn't sound like a jackass. Trump didn't slip and say the N-word, so that's probably a win. What? We are. People rather believe that rather than accept he didn't do well. Yeah, like I said, you know, he didn't get in any solid punches, I'd say. Any, like, really strong ones. And I don't think she necessarily did either. But Trump did have his healthcare gaffe where he said, well, I have a concept of a plan for healthcare, right? So that's a pretty big gaffe. So his little slip up there, which again only occurred because the moderator pushed him. See what I'm saying? Like, the moderators are playing, they're playing the job for Kamala Harris during the debate. But so that slip up was pretty damaging, I'd say. And then on top of that, Kamala Harris just didn't laugh and she just talked. And like I said, if she just did that, that's a win for her. Because I think a lot of people were expecting her to come into the debate and sound like crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, what we got? It's exactly what happened with Joe Biden 4 years ago. Here's Flores. It didn't come across as a gaffe. Well, you know, it came across as a mistake. That's what I mean by that. Political gaffe. There are 7 states, including Washington, D.C., that have no time frame on when an abortion can take place. This includes the 3rd trimester. Here we are. All right. Oh, right. With the whole dog and cat eating thing, that was a thing. There really were people who were eating ducks, geese, and yes, cats and dogs. And it's all over the internet now. You could go look it up. There are people reporting on it because of him saying that at the debate. They go, yeah, this is happening. So there's all these people reporting on it now. And but there's some viral videos circulating. Yeah, it's kind of funny because it showed Donald Trump must consume a lot of media because he was on top of that story before it really became breaking news or reached a point where it was actually being reported by the mainstream media. We are, because it was circulating in the social medias, but it was not circulating in the mainstream media. But yeah, it just sounded crazy when he said it. You're like, oh no, what are you talking about? We are. Oh yeah. The president should have a plan for healthcare. Well, I mean, none of them truly have a plan. Does that make sense? Like, when Kamala Harris says we're going to do fracking and we're going to give $50,000 out and we're going to repeal student loans and stuff like that, that's what politicians do. They just say they're going to do stuff, but they don't actually implement it necessarily. And so that's probably where he was with healthcare. He probably has an idea of what he'd like to do if he was in office, but he's not in office, so he's not working on it. So, but his problem was he shouldn't have said that. He should have said, oh yeah, I have a really good idea for healthcare, the best idea, but I'll tell you when I'm in office or something like that. I don't know. Here we go. Yeah, he should not have said a concept of a plan. That was really a mistake. Here's Jolteon. Oh, yeah. You're so cooked. If you ever think that will happen, people will just walk WTF. Huh? They are nothing but talking points and emotions. Yeah, they're like advertisers. Politicians are like advertisers, aren't they? They advertise one philosophy or another, one political solution or another. They're advertisers, and they're also charity drivers. They drive a lot of charity. Oh, you got a cold box. I'm so sorry, man. That is a cold booster box. There we go. They lied because how bad does it sound that people are eating pets in your town? Just go on Google. Yeah, well, you know, before tonight, you couldn't really even check Google because Google wasn't really showing that kind of stuff. But if you really want to see the total extent of what's going on, you have to go searching on a website like X, where they will actually show gore or something, because you will find the stuff there. You won't find it on Google. Google will hide gore. Robert Breeding. All right, Robert, let me find your bag. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support today. You know, today's stream feels kind of like a short one, but despite that, it's good sales. Good sales, yeah. Here we are. Talk about fentanyl. Well, your Democrats have a wide open border. Do you want to talk about fentanyl? Yeah, well, you know, fentanyl would have been a great subject for Donald Trump to really hammer, and I feel like he didn't. So, again, I don't really feel like his performance was that good. It definitely felt lackluster. And all Kamala Harris had to do was not do her kind of crazy laugh and just talk. And that's what she did. So overall, I think the debate was a success for her. She kind of survived, you know, debate Trump. And the moderators definitely, in my opinion, were a part of that. I think they were. I think the questions were a part of that. I mean, half the questions were just, Donald Trump, why are you such a bad person? Here's Charizard, and here's Snorlax. All right. Cool, man. Right, like, even one of the questions was about, you know, Donald Trump questioned Kamala's race, and, you know, and perhaps he was alluding to the fact that she does whatever's convenient for her at the time. You know, like when she changed her accents when she was in the South versus the North. And, you know, it's a pretty simple negative commentary on your opponent that they're pandering, right? But that was a question in the debate, and I was just thinking, I'm like, what are we doing here, man? This is like it's like a teenager magazine or something. I feel like I'm watching a kid show. And yeah, I felt like an awful lot of the questions were just like, so Trump, tell us why you're bad. All right. How did Trump know that I eat animals? Can you show the mega sublist? It's long. Donovan, how are you today? All right. Throw this away now. Marvel Platinum, it never moves. Great at video games. The Gengar mega sublist, here it is. Jump on in there. Even if it was a new sublist, if you know you want a chance for that Gengar, you should just jump in. She on Time Magazine as the first Indian senator. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. She gets to play both sides, I suppose. She gets to play, hey, I'm an Indian, hey, I'm black. And, I don't know, if I was running for office and I got quarter Filipino, I'd be like, all right, you're Filipino? Well, you got to vote for me because I'm Filipino, right? And it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really a great look for our country to sort of make voting all about color and race and sex. You know, like what, it's basically the opposite of what makes America such a good country, that anyone can come here based on the character, right? Based on their character. and based on their merit and succeed. And we really should be a country that's a meritocracy, not a country that says, well, my skin color and your skin color matches. That's why you should be voting for me. You know what I mean? And that sort of tribal politics maybe is useful for getting elected, but it actually just leads to more racial division. Deep down it does. Because let's say your candidate wins only because they're Indian or something like that, and they've otherwise not done a very good job in office, well, it makes it feel like we're in a race war. And so, you know, I would want to focus on my accomplishments and how my character differs from my opponent's character. But, you know, these ideas like women got to vote for women, men got to vote for men, it's just going to lead to a deeper divide, right? Go ask why people are voting for her. I don't care about race or color. That he never questioned her nationality. If only Trump answered a question last night instead of deflecting and scrutinizing its competition. Yeah, well, I mean, I would say both sides kind of did that a little bit. And that is the nature of a debate, is deflecting, right? Well, where I live, they do that, but not family animals. It's Caltera County belief. All right. Okay, here's Tapu Bulu. Here's Mew. You got the flu? Yeah, I got the Kung Flu, man. He never did question her nationality. She's American. He questioned her race because what he read. He simply said, I didn't know if she was black, and you're gonna get butthurt. Now, guys, be nice to each other. When it comes to politics, we don't got to be mean to each other. Just be chill about it, guys. Be chill. All right. I like talking about these subjects. They're fun to explore. But you gotta understand that politics should be about having a having a ability to influence each other with just ideas, not with anger. People get angry really fast. He wouldn't say it to her face. That's the thing. Many countries do eat them. Whew, man. The only thing that he didn't do was answer the question if he would support the reversal of Roe v. Wade. Yeah, I feel like that was probably a mistake too. When they said, if there was a total abortion ban, would you veto it? He should have just said, yeah, I'll veto it. I don't know why he didn't do that. 3v1, it was ridiculous, TCC. Yeah, again, I feel like at this point, when you analyze it, it almost seems like Trump would have done better never having the debate at all. Because if it was going to be so slanted, it's kind of like Sean Hannity, right? Everyone knows Sean Hannity here, right? He's a hardcore Republican. What if the debate was hosted with Sean Hannity, with rules that favor Donald Trump's style of debate, and Sean Hannity's hosting it on Fox? And it's like, then half the questions are like, so, Kamala Harris, in Afghanistan, 8 Marines died as a result of your guys' bad pullout. What do you have to say about that? Yeah, they could have written all the questions like that. So I don't feel like it was very smart of Trump to agree to the debate if he was going to go into such a, I don't know, maybe like one-sided debate. That's up to him, though. You got to figure that stuff out. What do you think about the $700 PlayStation 5 Pro? Cheap and affordable. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of people complain about it. It doesn't come with the disc driver. It doesn't come with something else, a stand, I guess. $700, a lot of money. But then again, the cost of everything's gone up. The cost of a home's gone up. The cost of food's gone up. The cost of a car's gone up. So here you have a pretty serious piece of technology. I mean, I paid like $1.3 thousand for my laptop, my editing laptop. So $700 doesn't actually seem that crazy when you think about the amount of inflation that's occurred over time, plus the fact that it's an upgrade. But yeah, I mean, people are going to be upset about it. Just how it is, I don't know. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. PlayStation will have to find another way. All right. What's surprising is those moderators didn't ask him about the assassination attempt. Just get a damn PC at that point, bro. Her nationality is American as she was born in America. Her ethnicity is Indian and Irish. Huge difference. Well, she has some Irish, but she's also got some black too. It's just true. I looked it up. Her father is like black mixed, right? It's like part Irish, part black. Is that right? Yay, no competition. Sony can set their own price, sadly. I mean, that's not true. Sony's got competition. It's got Nintendo, it's got Xbox, and it's got PC. But yeah, I mean, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. All right. The black racial question was uncalled for. Kamala isn't even black. She's Indian. She is black, just a little bit. It's like what I was saying. I'm quarter Filipino. My grandma's Filipino. I'm quarter Filipino. But I don't really look super Filipino. Look at me. I look as white as F. So if I was running for election, I'd be like, I'm Filipino, bro. I'm a minority. It's kind of like, maybe to a more extreme comparison, like when Elizabeth Warren was saying she's Native American or whatever, and she just wasn't. But in this case, Kamala does have a bigger claim to have, African genes, I suppose. But it's kind of, my point about all that is it's kind of sad that that's so important in the debate. Because it's like, it just means people are voting by genetics, And that's almost like what the bad guys wanted to do in World War II. It's all about your genes. Do you have the right genes? If you have the right genes, I'll vote for you. If you have the wrong genes, I won't vote for you. You have to have the same genes as I do. I only vote for people with my genetic type. Right? So that's not, I don't think that's very noble. I don't think that's very progressive. That's just my thoughts on the subject. All right, guys. I had a really nice stream with you. We're 51 minutes in. Black and Filipino is different, though. Oh, yeah? Why? Are you saying Filipinos are not as important? You're saying they don't have as good of a claim to run for president? That's racist, isn't it? There's a Simpsons where Lisa says she's Native American and then it's fake. Do you buy collections? Says Tyler Ward. I do. Yeah, I buy stuff. What do you think about Taylor endorsing Kamala? I think what was going on with Taylor Swift, she had held out on... Basically, she'd held out on endorsing Kamala Harris because maybe Taylor didn't know if Kamala really had a chance to win. And after the debate, Taylor said, okay, she's got a chance to win. Now I'm going to endorse her. But I don't think Taylor Swift wanted to definitely endorse her unless there was a clear path to victory. And the reason for that is because some number of Taylor Swift's fans are going to be actually conservatives. So why split your consumer base in half when all you have to do is sit back and be quiet? But now that it looks like Kamala could actually win, Taylor Swift is saying, all right, I'm behind her. So my bet is that Taylor Swift was always kind of pro-Kamala. She just didn't want to upset her fans unless there was a good reason to. Filipino master race, if you can eat balut, you win. I remember now Tulisa said she part of the Hitachi tribe, British India. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of TikToks where African Americans say they don't agree with Kamala Harris counting as black just because of like how she's black or something like that. Like it's not enough, or it's Jamaican, it's not from Africa, she wasn't a slave. Her family might have owned slaves. So they kind of reject her in a sort of, I don't know, like a cultural way. But yeah, I mean, on paper, a genetic sheet, if she's got Jamaican genes, then she's got, the right genes. The first India Congress women. Legend, you don't decide what people talk about. Repealing student loans is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why should the taxpayer who didn't go to school pay for some stupid-ass kid to pay off a degree that's useless? Well, he makes up a very good point. Why does anyone need help with their student loan unless that student loan is not an investment? Does that make sense? So if the student loan was so good, why do you need so much help with it? Well, because it's kind of self-evident that it's not that good. It's a useless degree. And there are a lot of useless degrees. I think there's some details you should know about those degrees. So the majority of the useless degrees are like communications, frivolous stuff like gender studies, dance theory, and then it's actually majority is psychology and history. And 2/3, you hear that? 2/3 of that debt is held by women. And so girls go to school to get like a psychology degree, and then they can't pay it off because it doesn't lead to a job. And then they make you pay it off. While they say, well, we hate men. Men are the worst. Men didn't go to school. They're not as smart as we are. We're way smarter because we went to school. But also you have to pay our degree. So it is pretty unfair in my opinion. We are. All right. One spot on the Gengar break. Oh, here you go. I don't know if that number's still true, if it's still 2/3. Could be worse. Could be more than 2/3 now. Because girls go to college more than boys. Okay, 2 spots in the jungle sublist. The jungle sublist over here. Here it is. You have any more no rarity 10s? I'm afraid I do not. Those were it. They're just super duper rare. There we go. All right, jungle sublist. Very good. But I have a lot of other really good slabs. So if you're just looking for a slab that's good, I have lots and lots of good slabs. I have like some endless supply of them. We are. All right. How about this one? Okay. Yeah, I went to college like everyone else. A lot of girls there, sure. I met my wife there. But when it came to like the difficult sciences like engineering, computer science, math, not a lot of girls in those courses, although that is where I met my wife. So she was there, but she was a minority. A lot of easy degrees to go after in college. And it's like, you just go there and you party. A lot of cool, young, sexy people there, drinking beer, having fun times. So you kind of go there and you have a good time. Then you come out with $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 of student debt. And it's like, oh, shit, I have to pay that. And then you go try to get a job with your business degree. And it turns out most businesses don't even need you to have a business degree. They're like, we don't care. Here we are. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Plenty of jobs. And business degree is actually maybe more useful. But there's plenty of jobs where they say, what degree you got? Well, I've got a nice history degree. Well, that's great. See you later. We're going to go with this guy who did get a business degree. So all these people, and the history class was packed, by the way, because history is basically like going to school for fun. I mean, I sat in the history class and listened to the professor just tell stories about things that have happened in the past. That's history. It's almost like watching a Netflix special. How is that considered school? This is all stuff you could just look up on the internet for free these days. So people really do go to school for like history degrees and stuff like that. Totally unnecessary. You could just read it all on the internet now. And then they come out with this $80,000 debt. They're 4 years older. And they're like, all right, I'm 22, I'm 24. I gotta need a house. I'm gonna need a car. I'm gonna need to have a baby and pay for the baby. Oh, I don't have any money? What happened? I went to school. Yeah, for 4 years, I'm wasting your time on something that doesn't really matter. People have a hard time accepting that. It's sort of like being smacked in the face by reality. You mean I couldn't just go to school and party for 4 years and go into $40,000 of debt and then come out and somebody was just going to hand me an $80,000 a year job? There we go. There we go. Booster box is a stellar crown or only blisters? Right now it's only blisters, but I should have a booster box pretty soon. They attacked him. They didn't even have the decency as a human being to ask him how he was doing after an assassination attempt. She does. She's a chameleon. A 10 is a good hold for my collection. That's right. That's right. We put up a couple other new slabs. Were you here? Did you see them in time? Let me show you real fast. Hey there. So this plasma freeze Deoxys. All right, and this beautiful Scyther, he's a good one. And this Electivire. These two you can't even find on eBay. And this one's matching the cheapest buy now. Okay, so now we've got Aaron Rodriguez, 2 PRB1s. All right. Enjoy human presidents while we have them. I gotta get in the new break. There we are. Oh yeah, those rocket breaks continue to go off. Popular. All right, Aaron. Cold. Cold. 2 cold ones. All right, Aaron Rodriguez. Ugh. Ah. Schools for employees, not employers. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, if you go to the right, like, business school or something. Oh, man, I feel tired. Man, I feel super sick. 70 years old, and all of a sudden, when he's leading the Republican candidates, he has 34 charges. We are. Here's Charizard V-Star Universe. Charizard Tag Bolt. I think the argument goes something along the lines of the Democrats are weaponizing the DOJ against their political opponent. Okay. Maybe take a day off and rest up. You sound terrible. I know, I feel terrible. Yeah, politics do make people a bit edgy. So happy I got into the electrical trade quick schools. Lots of work and wasn't too expensive. Nice, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I mean, one of the tricks to college is you have to stay there for 4 years and not earn any money. If you had just been earning money at a high-paying skilled job like welding, if you earned 4 years of income welding, you're going to buy a home. So one guy who went for welding, he's got 4 years of work under his belt and enough cash to go buy a home, maybe a down payment on it. And the other guy just came out of school with $80,000 of debt and no cash in hand. So really big difference between the trade school welder and the guy who went to school for like a history degree, for example. Really serious difference between them. Ironically, not going to school ended up making the welder a lot of money. Anthony Kalura, he says he'll take 40 of the Stellar Crown and 2 spots on the Kabutops break. Kabutops break? Oh yeah, the Kabutops break. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. 40 Stellar Crown. Holy. Sean would have grilled Camilla. Yeah. All right. And that's this over here. Jennifer Yaps in this one. Cool. How many people we got in here total? 4 people? So this is up to 4, actually. You didn't know that? All right. So let's begin. You gotta go after these Stellar Crowns, man. 3v1, he walks out on top. I don't know. I watched it. I didn't feel like he was quote unquote winning the debate. I thought Kamala Harris had a good night, actually. She didn't have any major gaffes in the actual debate. Again, it's like she survived Tropical Storm Donald Trump, and that's actually good for her. That's what you want to do. Setting Abdul a pic of his house and to figure it out. Right, he goes to that line again. There you go. Donald Trump kind of suggests he does whatever it takes to come off as crazy to his military opponents. He says, you want us to... I think he said this in the past. He told Iran if they caused any trouble, he would blow up 20 holy sites or buildings of significant cultural history or something like that, right? Do you guys remember that? I remember that because I was like, what the fuck? When I heard it, I was like, oh. That cost no soldiers to die for 18 months. The Switch is better than the PS Pro. Yeah, give me my Nintendo Switch, bro. It's funny, man. You know, going back to the subject of the PlayStation, I think they saw all those scalpers buying the PlayStation and making tons of money on it because people will actually buy it at that price. And they said, whoa, we got to raise our prices. The scalpers getting away with it. We should be the scalpers. That's probably part of what happened. So now at that price point of $700, how's a scalper going to make money? They're going to buy the console, and how are they going to sell it for even more than $700, right? Because that's what they'd have to do. Found my old cards last night, finally. They were well used and bent up a bit, but it was quite nostalgic. Nice, dude. Yeah, that's what happened to a lot of us. A lot of us reached our 20s and 30s and maybe even 40s. And we said, remember Pokemon cards? I remember. And now collecting is something that even adults do. Another 4 more years. We are. All right. Fried cat for dinner. Oh no. Meow. Now I saw a cat getting cooked over the oven and everything. I was like, what the fuck? And it was, they were recording it themselves. Like it was funny or something. There. Another guy was just like a homeless looking dude. And he had a couple of animals hanging up there. And it was pretty clear. One of them was a dog and one of them was a cat. And he had them up on a string. You got to go looking for that stuff. Because you won't find it. By just doing a simple Google search. It won't show up. Could have been a vid from Taiwan or China. Nah, I was here in the U.S. He was like, he might not have been in Springfield, Ohio, but he was somewhere in the U.S. There we are. He was in like some tent city kind of situation. Gotta do what you gotta do. Some yummy kitty cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're at 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We're at 27. How are we at 27? That doesn't make sense. There you go. You know, they were having a catastrophe over in Haiti. That's why they've been kind of coming over. And when you have a government collapse and the grocery store gets raided and there's no food left in it, time to eat the family pet, man. So if they came all this way, stringing by, the idea of eating like just some animal you found, not that surprising. It's not actually that extreme of an idea at all. We're just already situated over here, us Americans, and we're like, eating cats and dogs? I would never. Well, yeah, you might. If you're starving, you might be looking at the dog going, protein. LMAO psychology degree. Here we are. No influencers did any Haiti hashtags. Well, that's another thing. It might not have been even Haitians. It could have been some of the group from another place. Like in 2023, some men from Honduras, they were arrested for shooting a bald eagle to eat it. That was in 2023. All right. It's an interesting subject. What do you guys think? If you were going to starve to death, would you rather starve to death or would you eat the neighborhood cat? Tell me what you do. In a real life and death situation, you're starving to death. Would you eat the neighborhood cat? Or would you be like, Pookie, you live. I'm going to die. I'd eat the cat. I'd be like, I'm having cat for dinner. No doubt. I'm not dying of starvation. I'm having cat for dinner is what I'm doing. These are desperate times, you know. All right. Let's count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 20. All right, so 20 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, there we go. We got it. You got 40 packs. I'm not saying eating the cat was wrong, Law, but why are they here? Mister, where were you when the towers got hit? Where were you on 9/11? Some people did some things. Remember that line? There you go. From the one lady. I was gathering firewood, and my mom told everyone to come to the family room because we're homeschooled, right? So my entire family, except for my dad, was at home. And she was like in shock and disbelief. And we all just sat around the television and watched. And then the second airplane hit. And that's when everyone knew it wasn't an accident. It was an attack. So I watched the whole thing. Sorry. I watched the towers collapse. My mom like audibly gasped. We are. Yeah, both towers collapsed. It was shocking. And actually, after it was all over, I went to sleep with this little fear that maybe there would be like a plane bombing or something. Like, man, maybe planes could come over the actual mainland and drop bombs. So I remember the planes would go by and I'd be like a little nervous. I didn't think it was definitely, going to happen, but I was just thinking, man, if they could do that over there, what would stop them from doing anything? We are. I don't care about the animal eating allegations. Well, some people care. On the subject of childless cat ladies, it's not going to be very good if that guy over there in the tent captures your cat, skins it alive, and eats it. So, if you're a cat lady, you might care about that to some degree, but I don't think it's affecting that many people. It's just a salacious story is what it is. Yeah, I mean, we're guys. We might be more like, ooh, ee, like caveman style. I do what I got to do to survive. But girls might care. Hey, look at that Cinderace, man. Wow, that looks great. Cool, man. Yeah, the girls might care a little bit about that. I saw some memes, cats for Trump, after the debate. Have you guys been seeing those memes? I saw one where he was like, he had a cat under one arm and a duck under the other, and he was like running down the street. And behind him were like angry, hungry-looking immigrants. It was so stupid, dude. So stupid. The internet's so good. Donate all the bulk and the holos. Oh, too kind. I was in grade 6 and the teacher rolled in a TV so we could watch the live feed of the second tower falling. Like, WTF, teacher, what were you thinking? I mean, you were watching history, dude. That was history. Of course you needed to watch. There you go. Medicam. I was so shocked when I saw it. I was like, no way, dude. Such a bad day. Here we are. And then, the Republicans were all like, we need revenge. There was such a desire just to hit back at some opponent who did it. Such a strong desire. I later drove by where the Twin Towers were. I went to New York for a week with my dad. Just me and him, because he had work out there. And he took me with him. And we drove past the site where the towers were collapsed. There were all these gates up. There were all these fences. And just two gigantic holes where they pulled out a lot of steel and stuff, but it was still being worked on. So we drove by that just to see it. Here's Crispin. You can keep the basic EXs too. You don't want your basic EXs? Listen to him. If you want. Alright. We gotta pull some alternative arts though. Let's see. Slow King. Applin Rapidash. I understand though, because it's like you're not going to grade them. Wow. That feels kind of like a chase card. It's got 3 stars down there. That's kind of like the Shining Kabutops. He has 3 stars. Terrapagos. Check that out. Golden Terrapagos. What am I looking at? It's like a turtle on a ball with like a turtle on top of the turtle. All right, we got Galvantula. Cool. Hey, kids. Good morning. Hope you all slept well. Turn on the news. Here's Lily. Just feeling ill over here. I'm glad we went live. This was fun. All right, here's Hoot Hoot. Okay. Looking for alternative arts. Is that Noctowl in this set? I bet it is. Is the Noctowl in this set or is it in the other set, Shrouded Fable? I really like that Noctowl. Okay. Hey kids, good morning. No, I think the Noctowl's probably in here. It's a promo. They made the Noctowl a promo. That's a bummer. Why would they do that? Why do they keep taking one of the best cards and turning it into a promo? They gotta stop doing that shit. That makes me so angry. We are looking for alternative truths. Me 3. Okay. All right. At least the Pokemon Center ETB one has a cool stamp. And this is it. This is the other 20 packs. Good luck. What's the chase pull in this set? Can anyone tell me? All right, here we go. Oh, girl card, Lacey. That means there's probably a Lacey Altart, huh? Here's Eevee. Little Toad's cool. Alt Art Terrapagos. Ah, there's an Alt Art. Sparkling Crystal. Terrapagos EX Alt. Let's go for it, man. There's that Noctowl again. Wow, that was so easy. Wow, look at this. Lacey Altart, congratulations, man. Easy mode. Easy mode activated. Venusaur. Here's Bulbasaur. Oh, nice, dude. That's really cute. Holy cow. Okay, right on. I don't remember the Bulbasaur being in the other sets. Mister didn't scream. I can't scream. I can't scream. Too sick to scream. I'm sorry. A Squirrel Illustrator rare. Squirrels. Who cares about squirrels, bro? Lucario. Here's some holos. Some holos. Cannot scream right now. There's Mo Rotom. Alright, let's get this pile out of my way. His closing statement buried her. Really? Because I felt like the closing statement wasn't even that good. Like, for example, he gets to the point about fracking and is like, alright, we get it. She won't allow the fracking, even though she said really explicitly that she will. And it almost felt like his thoughts didn't perfectly trail correctly when he talked about how our country can't handle not going after proper energy. But yeah, I feel like the beginning of the closing statement was good, but that it kind of trailed off a bit. Here we are. I think it's hard for Republicans to look at it and be like, well, the debate performance wasn't very good, you know? But I think that's essentially what happens. You got to admit sometimes. All right. Wow. Here's Sparkling Crystal, Lucario. But yeah, I don't think it moved the needle either way for a lot of people. Lilip, Galvantula. Wow. Crispin. Raboot, Metacam, Cinderace, Cinderace EX. So cool. Man, Anthony Kalura. Today's episode brought to you by Anthony Kalura. Thanks, man. He's a real cool guy. Only 4 spots left in the Shining Kabutops? Probably. Looks like 5 spots left. Alright. I think a debate drinking game is in order for the next one. If they have another one, I think that most likely what you'll see is Kamala Harris will say, nope, I did my debate, I did good, I'm set. Okay. So we have an Elijah Martinez order. Well, we have a couple orders. 1 spot in the Neo Break. 1 spot in the Kabutops. And a Phantom Forces pack. Oh my god. Apparently was a cluster grenade? What? Trump looked hella flustered. I thought he looked a little bored. He just had kind of like this stony face for a lot of the time. I thought he looked flustered when he debated with Biden. Here we are. All right. He almost looked like he said all that stuff too much over a long period of time. Here we are. And 1 Phantom Forces. Harris was telling me how to feel and how to vote. It was just dumb. Did I send for shipping the other day? I don't think you did. Did you? I don't think you did. You can check through your PayPal messages to see if you did. 1 Phantom Forces packs. Okay, let's go grab that Phantom Forces. Look at these. Some Plasma Blast. Dude, I want to open a pack of Plasma Blast. I'm opening a pack right now. Hit that subscribe button if you guys love Pokemon cards. I'm opening one for me. Let's see what I got. Oh, I might have gotten something. What do we get? Oh, cool, man. Ah, but he's off center. Porygon-Z. Cool, man. All right. I found these hiding behind some other packs. And I was like, I didn't know I still had Plasma Blast. So I got a little Porygon-Z. I think I used to sell those for $100 a piece, the Plasma Blast. It's a couple more packs if anyone's into them. They were from a sealed box we opened. I don't actually, I should probably look up what they cost now. Now let's go get that Phantom Forces, shall we? Okay, Elijah. Here we are. Sometimes you just got to open a pack and lose some money. Frillish! Oh my god, that's a bad pack. Alright, Elijah, nice try, man. Mr. sounds really sick. I am super sick. Definitely out of the flu or COVID or something like that. I don't know what it is. Mister, you can't be sick. Oh, I'm sick. Super sick. What I can't do is skip the stream. Now, that's not allowed. But I could be sick. Okay. I sent to Gray the Dusclops you signed and shipping. I'm hoping it has my new address. House number. Okay. So, Anthony Kalura, let's take a quick look into you. I have an old address for you, so that's one thought. And then let's go over here to history. I remember I sang the 111 in the stream last time. All right. Well, I mean, let's just find out what this says. I'm trying to get into my history. I want to see if I've actually shipped anything to you. God, if it will load. Oh my God. Sent yesterday for shipping. Oh, if you sent yesterday for shipping, then we don't got any problems because Alexis hasn't shipped anything. All right. Let's look up Kalura. So according to this, I've not made any new labels for you since 809. So, you're good. There's been no misshipment. That's the good news. And if you need to be shipped, I'll make you a label right now. Let's begin. We're going to start by deleting the old address. There you go. Old address deleted. Now, we're going to go in here and get the new address. I don't want to listen to this music, man. Give me the good music. Okay. There it is, Mr. Kalura. Here it is. I got the new address. Let's grab your email. I might give you a real big box just to make sure nothing goes wrong with it. All right. All right, you're getting a special box. Box scares me a little bit. Okay, and do I have a ETB? That would be useful. If I had an ETB. What's this? Here's the top of an ETB. Do I have the bottom of an ETB? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of these. I'm saving these. All right. Oh, Charizard, nice. All right, so this will all go off to Alexis. That box becomes empty again. Okay, I actually warned Alexis that this one's a pricey one. Would I ever get Topps Chrome or Sapphire Garbage Pail Kits? Maybe. Now, Anthony Kalura is shipped. Stephen M. Coulson says he'll take a spot in the shiny Kabutops. All right, Mr. Stephen. Thanks, Stephen. All right, lovely. Oh yeah, look at all those bags. You got a lot of fun stuff in there. That Charizard was a really good pull. We have Christopher Houghton, 5 Japanese, 151. Christopher Houghton. Well, I've got this guy. Now, throw that away. Looks like I have this too. Any other open boxes that I was not aware of? Alright, I gotta go get a new box. Are the Plasma Blast packs on sale? They should be, but I don't have a price at the moment. Alright. How much do you think PS6 will be? $1,000. I also have a lot of slabs. No problem. I gave Alexis a label for a really large priority mailbox. She'll be in on Friday. There you are. Shipping such an expensive box is not something to rush. We're going to do it nice and good. Here we are. All right. Pterodactyl. Ooh. Pyramid. No Flavion. Geodude. No Onyx. And look at Tongue. All right. Christopher Houghton, a bit of a cold round. Mommy packing my box. Yeah, a little bit. No, there's a lot of anticipation for it. Chris Houghton. There you go, Chris. All right. She was supposed to come in today and do some streaming, but I did not want to give her whatever I have. So I told her maybe, I told her it's kind of up to her, but I told her maybe don't. John Lucas, 6 Fantasia Bunkos. You made a new bag for me, but I should have another bag. All right, Mr. John Lucas, you will be surprised to discover that we only have 2 packs of this left. And then I'm sold out of Fantasia Bunko. So that probably leaves you with a lot of money left over. I can say we do have the other set, Sneaker Bunko, if you'd like to replace 4 packs with 4 packs of Sneaker Bunko. So I could do this if you want. There we go. Let me know what works for you. John Lucas says he's probably got 2 bags now. So I should probably say $80, right? All right, so I can do a substitute like that. Let's see what you got in here. Also, let's remove it from the menu now. Fantasia Bunko is off. All right. Thanks for the big order, man. You're the best. All right. Sony effed up by changing the architecture of the consoles. That's why backwards compatibility has been an issue. Okay, some konnichiwas in there. Pack number 2. All right. Yeah. Darn. I can double, triple check to make sure we're truly out of Fantasia Bunko real fast, okay? Freaking Sony. Yeah, what the hell, Sony? I thought they were my friends. Oh. out of here. Where are you going? Yes, we are out of Sneaker Bunko. Sold out. Correct? Correct. Yes. Yes, Sneaker Bunko sold out. Did I say sneaker? I meant Fantasia. Fantasia Bunko sold out. Frickin' Sony. I already should have had a few bags. You're saying you have multiple bags? All right, let me pull all the L's up here. Okay, nothing in box number 1. Box number 2. Lindsay, Leon, Lori, Lube. Box number 3. I don't see a single bag for you. Does that mean you got like a box? Maybe he's got a box. John Lucas. John, I didn't see a single bag for you. Oh, here's an Anthony Kalura. Better put that in your outgoing box, huh? I don't see a box for you laying around. Let me put this in the Anthony Kalura box real fast. Can you get out of here? Come on. I gotta work, man. You watch yourself. I'll feed you to some Haitian migrants. All right. Could it be in this box? Nope. John Lucas. I don't see you at all, man. Oh, I found you. All right. John Lucas, you've got a box. That's what you've got. You've got a box. All right, cool. You can give me the sneaker if it was an option. Sorry, in a situation where I couldn't listen to audio. Oh, yeah, cool, man. Okay. So here are the sneaky bunkos. Let's see what you got, Mr. John. I found you. You had a box of cards like this. See that? John Lucas. Okay. How much is 13 grams of gold worth today? How many grams in an ounce? Oh my God, the doggy girl. Okay. Bark. Okay. I'm hungry for dog. Oh? Ah, yeah, picking up a full art. Nice, dude. Okay, he picked up a full art, everybody. How about that? You got the naked boob girl. Sneaker Bunko, the set that keeps on giving. Oh my God. Redo healer. Konnichiwa. $28 grams in an ounce. So about half an ounce, roughly, a little more, a little less, I mean. So, you know, it'd be like $1,250 in that range. Okay. This card in the front is probably the sexiest. There you have it. Great pulls, man. You got the full art. I'm feeling pretty ill. I need to go lay down. It's the fatigue, man. I got like extreme fatigue right now. that you get from illness. It's gold high right now. Oh, it's high. Gold is hitting some record prices. All right, guys. I'm hopping off now. I'm going to go lay down and try to get better for tonight, okay? So I had a nice stream with you all. We'll be back on. We're going to be giving away some stuff in the nighttime stream, assuming I host it. But, yeah, so we still have to do more giveaways for the 90K giveaway, okay? So I'll be there tonight. I'll see you guys there.